Okay, we'll continue our video here. So I put those poles down over onto the nails that were sticking out of the top of the 2x4s, and then I put the plastic on top of that. The plastic is nailed, or stapled, that is, to the 2x4s, and that keeps the, and it's done pretty taut. You can see how they're at the top of there is quite a bit of tension there, and that keeps everything all together really well. So I'm now showing you my stick supports. This little unit's meant to just be carried around as needed and transported. It's sturdy enough that you could tilt it onto its back, you know, flip it over, and it will roll onto its side and not be damaged in any way. It's very lightweight, a lot like a tent, just has that wood frame on the bottom, and the weight of it won't crush it if you turn it upside down. So these supports here are just temporary if you need to work in it. There's no door, and so this is how I've devised to get into it. This is just on the end here, let's see if I can show that really well here. There's a hole. It's not very professional or anything, just kind of dug a hole into that, and then I put a screw on the end of this wood support, which I bought pre-cut, pretty nifty, and I can do it on any corner, so I can lift up the sides or the end, any direction that I need to. I don't plan on using the side arrangement like I have here. I plan on using the using it on the end, because, sorry, on the side here, not on the end. That is, so normally I would have the stick over there instead of that back corner, so the front would be open. That's how I plan on getting to my veggies to weed and do all the things I got to do. This unit cost me about $50 and was pretty easy to make. I made it in about 3 hours. I'll show you the inside here now. This is a piece of plastic that you hang pipes with. Just got it down. I have pretty much everything down at Home Depot. I put this last set of pipes together to add some strength to this end portion. This gives it, when the wind comes along, it will really whip at this end piece and kind of whip it around and wear out the plastic. And so both ends are done up that way to give it some more support. It also angles the side of the greenhouse in a little bit to give it a little more aerodynamic shape. Here, this is screwed into all the pipes running the length of the ridge, and that adds support to the whole structure as well, so there's no independent pieces. If wind blows, it has to blow it all. Now finally, for I also added some supports here. There's screws brought in from the back here. You can see this joint seam right there. I've screwed in from this side. These are 2-inch screws. I pre-drilled holes on everything to make it a little bit more sturdy and seamless, so I didn't have any big splitting going on. And then I added this for support. I intend to add some more to the other side, just because when you're lifting it up like it's shown now, like it is right now, it can be a little bit wobbly back and forth, and the corners take a beating. So that will help. This is the last piece here. I added some window vents. This is for when it gets too hot. It will open up the end of the greenhouse so that you get, now it doesn't look all that great. This is something new, and we'll see how it works. But the idea here is that you'll get some airflow if both ends are open. And how it works is this piston here is full of air, and when that air heats up, it pushes up on this lever arm, which opens the greenhouse window like that. And so I don't have to come and tend this thing day and night, which is a real pain. I've done that before. It's not something you want to get involved in. It's just you start babysitting it, and it becomes your it's like nursing a newborn. You got to be up all the time and out and worried about it. And this is a real worry-free way. I spent $25 on each unit. So here's how that looks on the outside. If I can show, it's kind of hard being the cameraman myself, but you can see, I can lift that up and you can see right in there. It's not going to lift it like I showed you, like it's not going to be coming out just like that. It actually comes up from this portion, but the arm can go up about 90 degrees, so you get a good 5-6 inches worth of space, and that makes it really nice. And when you can get a cross breeze going through, that's really the key there. Having it alongside this fence will increase the airflow that goes this direction, even if the wind is coming from this direction, from the side. If it's just a little bit that way or a little bit this way, it will create a draft through the greenhouse, either one way or the other way, that way. So it's a really good plan for this location. Let's see, what else about this little guy? I used painter's plastic for the covering, and painter's plastic won't last more than maybe 6 months in the sun before it becomes brittle and just breaks apart, and it makes it, it also becomes less clear, so you'll get foggy effect going. And but the deal is, it cost me $10 for this piece of plastic, plus another 10 feet or so. I think I used probably, let's see, it's 10 feet long. I probably used around 20 feet, just because you have to have it coming down the sides and then up underneath that, the lip for the window. And for the same size of piece of plastic, I would imagine it'd be somewhere around $70. So 10 versus 70, I'll go with the 10 and replace it. So I might go with the greenhouse plastic in the future, but because this was a brand new experimental model, I didn't want to do that and have it fail and then put a bunch of holes in my plastic and have to redo it. So that's one way to save myself some money in this process. Let's see, so I'll probably be taking some still shots and put those together, and with maybe some instructions, some little diagrams if anybody wants a little more detail how to put this together, some tips on making the process easier, and then other people can follow if they'd like to follow suit. So, alright, that's my new greenhouse. Enjoy!